I don't really understand what's the push for women to shame men for their standards. Like, if men don't want women above 35, so what?
Yeah, I don't. Who's shaming
Like,
you?
it's not shaming. It's like, if I don't want a woman to be fat, am I fat shaming? Like, I don't understand this. It's like women can say they want men who are 6 foot
I think there's a
and they
difference.
want a washboard abs and all this, and you don't see men on the streets crying that they're being, you know.
Where's the short man positivity?
Exactly. See, where's the short man positivity?
Data, facts, and research are irrelevant to women in the modern era. When you read their online rants about how guys only want younger women or how lonely they are if they aren't in a relationship, you might think they are insane. They really assume that when we make such claims, we do it out of ideological motivation. Guys are straightforward creatures who value loyalty, respect, and admiration above everything else. The average woman, on the other hand, anticipates that her partner will be handsome, affluent, and physically dominant. She typically has nothing to contribute in addition to her physical attractiveness. Surprisingly, despite liberated males, feminism has imprisoned women. Why? Many women today are trapped in occupations they detest and have direct experience with the harsh realities of the labor market. It's terrible to realize that these women are slowly hitting the wall. Although that final statement is accurate, the majority of modern women are socially taught to disregard it. Women are tricked into delaying having children in favor of pursuing other goals like higher education, a profession, or even having many partners by institutions like schools, media, and entertainment. By the way, when someone refers to a partner, it's not a serious relationship that's being discussed. At some time in the future, these same women will attempt to start families. You will learn more about these ladies in today's video, including why they are unhappy and angry and why you should avoid them at all costs. Social conditioning has a powerful and negative impact. Modern-day younger women who succumb to this will do everything to defend the views they now claim as their own. In reality, they blend it with what they've learned from institutions of higher learning, businesses, and influential figures who care as little about the pleasure of women as they do about numbers. I suppose you want to hear it, so I'll say it now. The most unhappy persons in society are single, working women in their middle years. They are not content despite having a yearly income of $100,000. Moreover, I discovered this in a piece on evmagazine.com, a magazine targeted primarily towards women's readers. The article also asserts that a married guy aged 39 with a household income of $150,000 to $200,000, wife who works part-time, and one child is the happiest person. It's conceivable that the article solely considers relationships between partners. The fact that leftover women are confirmed in this women's magazine tells a lot about what we already know about them. The campaign for women's freedom is primarily to blame for women's increased dissatisfaction. The sexual revolution, casual personal relationships, and the desire to remove the societal stigma associated with promiscuity are all topics on which modern women are free to express their ideas. In fact, MGTOW males don't date or interact in any way with these kinds of women. The paradox of decreased female pleasure is the name economists gave to the issue. The level of contentment among women plummeted between 1970 and 1975. When these female speakers debate patriarchy and male privilege, they have no idea what they're talking about. Women frequently say things like, "Men are not worth it. Women can do it all by themselves. We don't need no man. I have the right to be with anyone I want. Males are oppressors, and I have the right to be with whoever I want." These catchphrases are really grating since they are so monotonously generic. Women in the modern day who prioritize their academic degrees over marriage are poor candidates for romantic relationships. They've been told that if they put in the effort in their 20s, by the time they're in their mid-30s, they'll be rewarded with a good profession, several attractive guys who want to have sex with them, and a happy, long-term relationship. They claim it teaches them about themselves and saves them money, but the reality is far different. Particularly, by the time they reach their mid-30s and early 40s, they have accumulated such a mountain of emotional baggage and are living paycheck to paycheck that their capacity to establish long-lasting connections with their spouses has permanently evaporated. They turn to drink, cigarettes, and pharmaceuticals in the absence of a trustworthy male friend to help them deal with their loneliness. Even while this is the case, it does not imply that men show no interest in them. Some guys get horny when they imagine an experienced lady, but they stop there. She comes off as more masculine the more initiative she takes in assuming the typical gender roles of wife and mother. Ideology overrides biology, and the remaining women believe that men are lesser beings deserving of mockery and disdain, to sum up their opinions. Here is extra info in case you still need it. According to research, if a woman has more than 10 sexual partners over the course of her lifetime, lifetime. Pair bonding is highly unlikely. She will never be able to settle down with a guy, and she is far more likely to have the DNA of numerous men inside of her. In essence, I'm asking if you approve of your child having genetic ties to another guy. That's rather unsettling. Indoctrination of a woman can come from a variety of sources, including the Matrix, other powerful characters, and at times even the values of her own family. There will always be a formative influence from one's childhood. If social conditioning is paired with the absence of a positive father figure or the presence of a promiscuous or toxic mother, a woman is more likely to be damaged than a woman who was raised traditionally. If you see a traditional woman, it feels like traveling back in time. That is what I mean when I say the good times. Sadly, they are quite uncommon. Nonetheless, many modern women still aspire for such positions, even though they don't act like traditional women. They probably didn't understand the proverb, "You can't eat your cake and have it." Due to their preference for being correct and domineering above enjoying life, women from the scrap heap are typically not suitable prospects for romantic relationships. The startling reality is that even honest women are aware of this and have acknowledged it. While preaching the gospel of freedom and tolerance, many women put off having children, have an obsessive concern with imposing their opinions on others, and think they are victimized just because they are women. No one ever acknowledges that women have far more advantages than males do. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. See you next time, cheers.